What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it says about 65% of you watching are. What are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to my channel. We have a great time talking about stocks, investments, tech news, everything like that. If you want to hear more, make sure to check out my podcast called Michael on the Mic. I'll link it down below. And if you want free money, download the Webull investing app. Get 4 free stocks when you use the link down below as well. Today, we're going to talk about one of the favorite stocks in my channel. That is Star Peak Energy Transition Corp, stock ticker symbol STPK. Their merger with STEM Inc., energy storage business, and AI technology for energy storage. This is a big, big space. And we have some big news here. So right now, we have some big plans that are coming out next week with Biden. Joe Biden could send this stock skyrocketing. It had a really bumpy last couple of days. Star Peak went all the way down to $20 a share. Then it dropped down to dropped down to $20 a share, went all the way up to $35 a share, dropped back down to $20 a share, and now it's going back up. I don't do technical analysis, but it seems like there's a pretty strong level of support at that $24 per share. Every single day, we have not seen it close below that line. Like yesterday, a couple of days back, it did drop below $24 a share during trading hours, but it has not closed below $24 a share. You can see 3 different times, pretty spaced out. It's dropped back down. So I don't do technical analysis, but I think that is a pretty strong level of support right there. And I think we'll definitely see it bounce back, get to that 35, maybe even 45 and above share price pretty soon. Pretty soon, as long as we don't see a big correction with the market. But so it's been on a roller coaster ride, and now we have some big news. You can see on Twitter, STEM Inc. They go by STEM Powered actually on Twitter. That's their username. But just yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, they tweeted, "There is money to make. There is money to make existing structures more efficient." More energy efficient. Hundreds of billions of dollars would go toward high growth industries of the future, such as advancing battery manufacturing. That was a New York Times article. We're talking about Joe Biden, his infrastructure bill, which is set to be announced really any day now, within the next couple of weeks. That is what they've been talking about, and it's going to have a big portion of it, a lot of money going to energy, green energy, sustainable resources, electric vehicles, and everything related to clean energy. And that's where STEM Inc. and STPK step right in. So with Biden's plan, right now, some of the big important things for STEM Inc., I think, that could push that where Joe Biden could cause STPK's stock price to skyrocket back to all-time highs of over $50 a share. I think this stock could easily reach $120 a share, be about a $20 billion market cap company. But a couple of things to keep in mind is that with this bill, the infrastructure program, according to media reports, and according to what he's previously spoken about, it's going to have a lot of money in it for to help with clean energy upgrades, a stable of electric vehicle charging stations across the country, development of 5G telecommunications network, rural broadband, energy efficient housing units. 1 million of those, and advanced training for millions of workers. So that's according to the New York Times article, and that's really big because if they're pouring millions, billions of dollars into clean energy upgrades and affordable and energy efficient housing units, that's where STPK and STEM step right in, because they are the leader in the energy storage business. The only way you can have green energy, the only way you could use sustainable resources is if you have a way to store that energy. For example, if you have solar panels, but you can't store that energy during times where you're not using it, well, then it's no good because you have to be able to store that energy, for example, when it's nighttime. Because let's say you're using wind energy. If it's not windy, you need to be able to store the energy that was collected when it was windy. So either way, you need STPK, Star Peak Energy Transition Corp, and STEM Inc. in order to have sustainable energy and be a sustainable energy like economy. It's the only way it can happen. Because then what Athena Technology does for STEM Inc. is essentially it'll tell the system when to use grid energy versus when to use solar panel energy versus when to use batteries, like the energy you have stored in the battery. It tells the system when is the best time, peak hours, when you should be using which energy source, and that is what you need to make the transition from using solely grid power, burning fossil fuels, to being more of a green energy, sustainable resource economy. So right now, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Joe Biden's plan, his multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure bill that's going to be focusing on clean energy. We'll have to wait and see exactly what is in this bill if it gets passed, but very high probability that it will get passed. This is something he's spoken about for months during his run for presidency. They've been speaking about this for a while, and really something is going to pass for infrastructure, whether it's $2 trillion, $4 trillion, we don't know. Something's going to pass, and it's going to have a heavy focus on clean energy, which in my opinion will send STPK and their merger with STEM Inc. It's going to send their stock price skyrocketing. So I think it's a great time to get in now. I don't know if we'll ever see the $20 per share range again for this company. Obviously, if the market takes a big downturn, we see a crash, then obviously it will drop. But we're seeing a pretty strong level of support at that $24 per share range. And it doesn't look like it's going to drop down below that anytime soon. So I'm very excited about this company. I think it has a lot of potential. I think easily could 4x this year alone, especially with them outperforming on their revenue numbers. They announced 4x revenue growth for 2021. 4x. They did $30 million in revenue basically in 2020. Now over $140 million in 2021 is basically already in the books. So if they're continuing to grow at that rate, this will easily be a $20 billion company very soon, have a stock price of over $100 a share. And take a look at it. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think of Joe Biden's plan. I think it's going to skyrocket STPK, energy storage companies, and STPK is the leader in this space. So let me know what you guys think. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600, when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.